Say hello to my little friend. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Amra Azul TV. Big news, big news. So I've been waiting to share this news with you for a while. I've just been waiting for the right moment, and I think now is the time. The money has been spent. I think we all know where this is going. I'm getting an upgrade, so I'm going to be shutting down the Red Sea Reefer 250 and upgrading to another system, which I'm not going to tell you what it is now. I'll save that for another video. But you guys have, the people who followed my channel since I started, the Red Sea Reefer 250 was the only tank that kind of fit in the space that we have in the house on the main floor. But just over the past few months, there was an opportunity to do a reno in the basement. My basement was unfinished. And first I pitched the idea of turning the whole basement, filling the whole basement with salt water and turning it into a little scuba diving area. My wife quickly nixed that idea, so through the process of compromise, we settled on a new tank upgrade. So it's been an amazing journey with the Red Sea Reefer 250. I mean, I really love that tank, and we're looking at footage from about 3 years in. Beautiful tank. I really did enjoy it. I learned a lot, but I'm super excited to kind of expanding the territory a little bit and getting more space to kind of play with and grow corals and keep fish that I wouldn't have necessarily been able to keep. All right, so let me take you to the basement and show you where the tank is going to go and some of the things that I kind of did ahead of time to hopefully make my life easier once the tank is set up. One problem that I did when I set up the Red Sea Reefer 250 is I didn't anticipate how much power and power outlets I'll need to run all the equipment that I want. So with this build, I decided to have the electrician add in a dedicated GFCI outlet with four plugs and its own breaker. And on the other side of the tank, I have another dedicated plug, again GFCI. So in theory, those 6 plugs should supply all the power that I need. One thing that has made my life a lot easier with the Red Sea Reefer 250 is being able to do automatic water changes and fill up my top off my water with fresh water using a remote reservoir. So what I did in the drywall stage is put in these conduits, and essentially I pre-wired all the lines that I'm going to need to do my water top off and my salt water changes from an adjacent room. So I used these conduits, and I ran through each conduit I ran two tubes for the automatic water changes, and I ran a line for my Tansi osmolator for my ATO, as well I ran an Aquabus cable, and I actually ran fishing line and a little hook, like a carabine hook, and you could essentially retrieve the wires. You could add new wires later on in the future. So I really like this trick, and I think it's gonna make my life easier, and it will mean that I don't have to fit everything in the cabinet and in the sump in the new build. Having this remote ATO reservoir, which I showed you recently, how I did this gravity fed mixing station, and the dose is doing automatic water changes. It's going to make my life so much easier. When I set the new tank, all I need to do is essentially switch over the wires from going upstairs to my Red Sea Reefer 250 to the conduit on the bottom, which takes all of the fresh water and the salt water into the new tank in my next room. Having the laundry room right next door is also going to be really helpful. The RODI reservoir is right there, and whenever I need to kind of clean filter socks or anything, I could just go next door. It took me a lot of time to think about the type of tank that I want and the size. Obviously, I really wanted to go big, but I quickly realized that a large tank is just not going to make it through the tight landing between my main floor and the basement. So after a lot of research and actually mocking up different size tanks with wood, I settled on a tank that I think is going to make me happy in terms of being a substantial upgrade over the Red Sea Reefer 250, but still will be able to go down through the stairs, down 2 sets of doors into the basement. In the process, I discovered these motorized dollies that could go up and down the stairs using a built-in motor. And I think when the day comes, me and 5 of my strong buddies will be able to take this 340-pound tank into the basement. Alright, that's all the details I want to give away this video. The tank has been ordered and I've already started to get some of the equipment. Actually, if I'm curious if you think you know what tank I got or what brand of tanks I got, please mention them in the comments below. So it's going to be a fun journey. I'm thinking about what kind of equipment I want to run in the sump, whether I want to move the rock work or maybe start a new aquascape. I think the only decisions that I've made so far is that for sure I'm going to have sand. I briefly thought about going bare bottom, but you guys know me and how I love my wrasses, so I'm definitely going to have sand to provide space to sleep for some of the sand dwelling wrasses that I love to keep, like the leopard wrasses and the tamarin wrasses. Maybe even down the line I might get one of those fancy super expensive Australian Lenardi wrasses. Anyway, yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and join me on this fun journey. Alright, cheers everybody, have a great day and enjoy your reef.